let's go down now to Dale Earnhardt, standing by with Matt Yoakum. Matt?
Well, Dale, he keeps taking my mic away. Well, first off, you were drafting out there. What did you see with your 500 car?
Gordon messed me up. I couldn't hear you. What'd you say?
What did you see with your 500 car? Did you like what you saw on the racetrack compared to your shootout car, which you finished second in?
I don't know. Is Darrell working today?
Well, theoretically, yes.
He said something about my open face helmet in a race yesterday. I didn't like that.
Well, you know, I could set up a meeting, maybe. Do you want to talk to him?
As many years as he's been watching races.
Oh, time out. Hang on a second. Okay. Now go ahead and you can talk to Darrell.
Yeah, Darrell.
First, don't go there yet.
Wait a minute.
Don't you think you might have made you move a little early yesterday, bud?
Well, Darrell, it was the only move I had. You know, it's sort of like when you see it, you got to do it, and that's all I had. And it may have been a little too soon, and I know it was too soon, matter of fact, and I knew it was wrong when I was doing it, but it was the only opportunity I had, so I had to go for it, man. And the helmet deal, you shouldn't be talking about the helmet deal. It's the safest helmet in Winston Cup racing today.
Well, but listen, you got to understand something. All I hear is, oh, Earnhardt, he can see the wind. Now, you know you're a smart man. Ain't nobody can see the wind.
If it's blowing in your face, you can't.
Well, that's what I'm trying to tell you. So maybe it's him. I slipped in there yesterday, and you wasn't around. I looked through the goggles. There ain't nothing trick about them.
No, they're just clear.
I slipped the helmet on. I don't feel nothing unusual there, so it's got to be.
Will you put my helmet on?
Yeah.
Maybe that's why my head's itching.
Ah,
Hey, show my logos here. Help my sponsors out a little bit. Come on.
Let's see.
That's all
Good
right.
wrench,
Yeah.
good wrench,
Okay.
good wrench. Okay.
I got you, and I got like Hershey.
Why you keep wearing that Earnhardt hat?
Well, I lost my Goodwrench hat, man.
I haven't seen you wear that hat until this year. Now, what's the deal?
Hey, you two, wait a minute.
It's an old hat.
Dale,
Larry.
this is your other nightmare.
Yeah, Larry.
On a serious note,
I won a Daytona 500 with you, buddy.
You
with
got it,
face
buddy.
helmet.
Yeah, I'm still mad at him for that.
Open face helmet and that seat you got in that thing. We won the Daytona 500.
Yeah, we did.
On a serious note, this first time at Daytona in race conditions with the aero package. What are you seeing different from what we've had here before?
I like it, and honestly, the cars do drive, I think, as good as they did before, but it does lend that to drafting back up and keeping the cars side by side. I think it's a better race. I seem to think the high line is after the tires go off about 20 or 30 laps. I think the high line is the way to go. So, you know, I can't wear this hat, guys. It's something to sponsor.
Was you surprised cars got as ill handling yesterday as they did?
Well, my car didn't get ill handling. Let's rephrase that. My tires had gone off on the left side. I 70 laps on tires. The right sides were a little, you know, older than the guys that came out with 4 tires there at the end. So really, I was really going good chassis-wise. The tires just hot and wore out versus what they had. I was guiding it pretty good in the wind. I thought I was flying that race car pretty good through the corners. If you guys couldn't see that, I mean, you know, I was doing a pretty good job, even as old as I was.
You were dragging around. You were lifting. We had a camera in there. We saw you lift.
No, you didn't have a camera in my car.
Well, we saw you lift.
You riding with me, Darrell. I told you get ride with me.
Nope. I didn't even like being beside you.
Look here, I got to go. My car's ready, and I got to go back out and practice. Change some little springs here, trying a little something here.
All right,
think fast. Larry, give me a little tip last night.
We'll call you later.
All right.
All right. The 98 Daytona 500 winner. 7-time Winston Cup champion, and verbally jousting a match for OMDW.
I tell you something, it makes me nervous when he'll discuss things like that with me.
Now here's the helmet that we're talking about. Most of the drivers now run a full face helmet with a full chin bar, pioneered in Winston Cup by Jeff Bodine. He brought it with him from the modified division. IndyCar drivers have had him since Dan Gurney first tried it in '68. But Earnhardt is one of a few that prefers the open face helmet.
Well, there's pros and cons. Dale is convinced that the chin guard down around the bottom of your chin there, the bottom part of the closed face helmet, can actually act as a ratchet and actually can cause your helmet to be pushed up. But I'm not so sure that I wouldn't rather have that happen than to have my face bare like his is. Maybe that's why he looks the way he does. Been wearing that old open face helmet. The heat's got to him or something.
Well, in the arguments him and I had about it, he just always said, Darrell, I just can't see. But one thing you see he does have right here, that's a headrest. And what that does, especially at any racetrack, if you do get hit, it gives your head support. You know, what you want is as much of a cocoon around your head as you can, and that just gives that little extra support.
Here's another difference between Earnhardt and a lot of drivers. Look at the plane of Earnhardt's eyes as he sits in the car. Look at how close that is to the windowsill on the door. He sits lower in the car than anybody.
Well, one other thing real quickly. When you got a full face helmet on, you can't see anything down in here. It's all blocked out. You can't see anything. Plus your peripheral vision is somewhat restricted with a full face helmet. So he's not wrong.
Nope.
And he likes that open face helmet and those old bubble goggles that we've been wearing for 30 years. That's what he likes, and I can't argue with him. But I did have to finally convince him to wear gloves, and he did come around to that way of thinking anyway.
Wait a minute, I worked with him a year and a half. He ain't never wrong.
Have you ever ridden with him in a regular passenger car?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh. What a nightmare.
Winston Cup practice rolls on at Daytona International Speedway. Hope you're enjoying it. We are. You're watching it on Fox Sports Net.